it all happened so fast. Like in a blink of an eye, it was just all gone. What would I have done differently if I still had that amount? Check it. What it do, y'all? My name is Paramjot Singh, and welcome to the Illuminated Mindz. I bet from that thumbnail and the header below, y'all were like, yo, did this guy really lose $86,400? Because that's definitely a figure that would create an impact in thy mind. But what if I was to tell you that 86,400 is also a figure to relate to the number of seconds that each of us have every single day? You know, it was this mental spark that just took me on a journey around 5 years ago, where I just had a couple of these amazing light bulb moments, these aha moments, or in other words, like moments of illumination. And it's this concept of 86,400 seconds in each day that really resonated with me, and it's a story that I'll be sharing with you all today. See, the Illuminated Mindz is a space dedicated to you, to take that moment today to fulfill that once broken promise by turning on that switch of self-reflection. And to really cultivate this essence of self-reflection, I figured that for the flow of the show today, especially being episode 1, like Microsoft Word bullet points, we will be looking at 3 bulbs. The first being the bulb of expression, the second, the bulb of perspective, and lastly, the bulb of reflection. For those wondering if I use 3 bulbs right now, nah, yo, just a single bulb was used in that demonstration of the bulb points word. And to jump straight into the flow of the show, we will begin with the bulb of expression. And when we're looking at the bulb of expression, this can be any type of medium, a passage, a poem, a piece of art, who knows? For today's flow of the show, we'll be looking at a passage entitled 86,400 seconds. Check it. 86,400 seconds. Imagine there's a bank account that credits your account each morning with $86,400. It carries over no balance from day to day. Every evening, the bank deletes whatever part of the balance you failed to use during the day. What would you do? Draw out every cent, of course. Each of us has such a bank. Its name is time. Every morning, it credits you with 86,400 seconds. Every night, it writes off as lost whatever of this you have failed to invest to a good purpose. It carries over no balance. It allows no overdraft. Each day, it opens a new account for you. Each night, it burns the remains of the day. If you fail to use the day's deposit, the loss is yours. There's no drawing against tomorrow. You must live in the present on today's deposits. Invest it so as to get from it the utmost in health, happiness, and success. The clock is running. Make the most of today. To realize the value of 1 year, ask a student who failed a grade. To realize the value of 1 month, ask a mother who has given birth to a premature baby. To realize the value of 1 week, ask the editors of a weekly newspaper. To realize the value of 1 hour, ask the lovers who are waiting to meet. To realize the value of 1 minute, ask a person who just missed a train. To realize the value of 1 second, ask someone who just avoided an accident. To realize the value of 1 millisecond, ask the person who won the silver medal at the Olympics. Treasure every moment that you have, and treasure it more because you shared it with someone special. Special enough to spend your time with. And remember, time waits for no one. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. What a passage. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful passage. And with that, to continue the flow of the show, we'll jump into the bulb of perspective. And you know, when noodling on this passage for the last couple days, I was able to kind of really look within to identify those 3 points that really stood out to me when reading this. And the first point is the value of time. The second is the planning of time. And third is the uncertainty of the future. And jumping into that first bullet point, I think this passage to me does an amazing job of displaying just the value of time in terms of a dollar figure. For to me, if someone told me that you have 86,400 seconds in a day, I would not think twice of, okay, that sounds like a plethora of time. But when you put it into a dollar figure, you realize that you don't really have that much time in a day. And when I thought about it more, 86,400 seconds relates to a 24-hour period, but we forget about the ZZZ collectors, the cloud niners, the sleep takers. So those tax collectors that are pretty much taking a good chunk of your 86,400 bucks from an 8-hour sleep cycle. Yep, that really brings the amount of time even lower. So I began to noodle on this more, and I was like, shoot, what are those things that are valuable to me? And I think the passage really nails it on the head with health, success, and happiness. As we move into the second point, if I was to talk to any banker on what I should do with 86,400 bucks, they'll be like, yo, PJ, which is my nickname, you should use a financial planner. And I think in same regards, we ourselves should take that element of financial planning to time planning, eh? And I think that really takes into account sitting with yourself and identifying the things that are most important to you. And to me, when I look at the element of planning my time, and especially trying to stay as present as possible, I think some characteristics that I apply day in, day out to my habits all begins from right when I wake up. That first hour that I spend in the morning is usually dedicated to myself in a state of reflection and meditation. And it may sound taboo with people talking about reflection and meditation, but I think it's the coolest thing in the world, because that is the first domino that you can push when it comes to your day. And if you're starting your day with reflection and meditation, that domino just creates an essence of positivity, which further radiates health, happiness, and success in my point of view. And a big thing that I challenge people to do is, with the time that you have, what do you, once again, going to that first bullet point, what is most valuable to you, and what can you do to plan for such value in the day? And that third point, the uncertainty of the future. This past week, I had a beautiful moment with my father, and we were just walking and talking, and we were talking about the essence of time and time left. And my dad said something very interesting, and he's around the age of 6 years old, and he said, who knows if I only have 10,000 nights of sleep left, but what I do know is I'm going to make the most with the time that I have. And to hear a parent say something like that, for someone that believes that their parent is going to be there, and parents are going to be there throughout the duration of our entire life, and that they're limitless, and that they're also timeless. But the truth of the reality is we all have to go eventually, eh? And just hearing that perspective really brought me into that present moment. Like, hey, what can I do now to enshrine in this moment, create a memory, and just really absorb everything that moment has to offer? Forget about the past, forget about the future, The now is what really just struck me in that moment. Because we do not know what tomorrow has to offer. But what can we do today in the present moment to just be happier, healthier, and find the essence that we find within ourselves that defines success? And with that, we'll move into our last segment of the show, which is the bulb of reflection. In this segment of the show, we are dedicating time to you. And what I mean by that is all of us continuously state that we just do not have time. And for that reason, we are making time for you today. In the bulb of reflection, we will be providing you 3 reflection points. And for these 3 reflection points, ponder on it as you will. But if you also identified any epiphanies from the bulb of expression and the bulb of perspective, take that and run. Take it as deep as you want, because this is a time dedicated to you. And with these 3 bulb of reflection points that we'll be going through, we will then transition into the reflection zone. And in the reflection zone, this is once again a time dedicated to you. We have a great playlist that was created by a good brother and friend of mine, Chit. And just swim. Swim in this ponder pool within the reflection zone and see what clicks. Whatever sparks, reflect upon it. And who knows, you may have an aha moment, that light bulb moment, or that moment of illumination. And with that, we'll jump into our 3 reflection points. The first being, what can you do today to bring the utmost value with the seconds that you have left? The second point, what does being present mean to you? And that third point, what are the 3 things that are the most valuable to you when it comes to time? And with that, I want to thank you all for taking the time today to spend it with me. If I've made any mistakes through any segment of this show, from the lighting to reading the passage, my expressions within the bulb of perspective, please forgive me. And until next time, stay ill, y'all, and welcome to the Reflection Zone.